Yo, how are you going? Welcome back. I'm James. I'm a host of the show you're watching. I'm a product designer, part-time musician, and I like designing musical stuff. My little intro in case you don't know me. And in this streaming series, I'm working on the design of a hardware digital drum machine, which I'm designing in SolidWorks. You can see here. So doing the 3D design, you can call it mechanical design, you can call it industrial design, whatever you like, product design. And this is where we're at so far. Basically a tabletop device which is going to have a metal enclosure, which is currently transparent just so that you can see through. Probably a big PCB with lots of stuff on it. A Raspberry Pi running all the brains of the operation. And there's going to be a bunch of knobs and buttons and stuff. Not necessarily in this arrangement, but yeah, that's yet to be decided. This is sort of a prototyping platform. So yeah, everything is probably going to change. We've got some jacks in here as well. Currently just some audio jacks and some MIDI jacks. And today I want to actually put some connections in for the PCBs, because currently they're all just sort of floating in space, and I need to actually have a way for them to attach to something. So I'm going to make them attach to the top plate, this top aluminium enclosure. And yeah, so follow along. And I can see Elk is here as usual, so thank you so much for joining in the stream again, my dude. But yeah, anyone watching this later, if you have any questions about the stuff I'm doing, feel free to write a comment or yeah, join in the next stream and ask me anything you want to know. All on. What's all on? I don't know, I'm a bit all over the place today. I'm a bit tired. Even though it's like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm just struggling a bit. What's going on with you, man? Alright, so I'm gonna work on my PCB sketch. That's alright. It's just turning 7 a.m. Need some coffee. Oh, I'm glad I waited long enough till you woke up. So what I'm gonna do, and I'll let you know as well, Elk. You can tell me if I'm doing things weird or not. I think I'm gonna put these self-clinch blind standoffs in the enclosure. I've already modeled these because I've used them on a different project before, and they're actually just downloaded from the Hank website, I think they are from. Excuse me. Sleep is for meat bags. I'm a meat bag, I think. An AI. Wish I was an AI. So yeah, I'm gonna put these things in the enclosure, and then the PCBs are gonna screw into these, I think. Hello, Kelchu from Geek. Yeah, I just randomly decided I would dabble because I'm multicasting here, and I know technically you're not supposed to do that on Twitch, but I mean, this is why you got to try different options. Because what the hell, Twitch, they changed their terms of service. So now, even if you're not a partner or an affiliate, you can't simulcast. And I'm a small creator trying to get as much audience as I can, because currently I have like 2 people watching. So, if Twitch is going to make me be exclusive to Twitch, I'm going to say no. So I'm gonna keep simulcasting on Twitch until they ban me, and then I'll carry on definitely on YouTube and maybe other places. I don't know. So I just thought might as well turn on Kick, even though not sure how much I agree with the philosophy behind Kick, but let's see. Maybe there's some cool people over there. Don't know. But welcome, Ukelchu. Glad you joined. Thanks for clicking the stream. And yeah, feel free to tell me a bit about yourself if you want. And what drew you into joining the stream? I'm fat fingering my tiny keyboard, BRB, on some coffee. Yeah, that's surprising. I know, right? Like, I don't know what Twitch are doing at the moment. Yeah, I mean, if they want people to leave, they're doing all the right things to make us leave, you know? I'm from Spain. Oh, cool. Whereabouts in Spain? I'm streaming at you from Berlin right now, so I'm not too far away from Spain. Did I pronounce your name right at all? Because I felt like I was butchering it. I think what I want to do is, like, I like putting screw holes concentric to the curves on the PCB, just because I feel like that looks aesthetically pleasing. And it's basically what they do on the Pi as well. I gotta close that sketch. Yeah, tell me more about yourself, man. Like, or sorry, I don't want to assume your gender. Person. Are you into design stuff as well? You're an engineer or something, or designer? Okay, so you can see on the Pi PCB, we got a 2.7 mil radius hole, 6 mil circle around it. I'm not really sure what the circle's for. This radius is a bit smaller, actually. I thought it would be concentric to the hole. Doesn't seem like it is, but that's okay. Yeah, so I'll show you what I want to do. Sorry, I didn't read your message before, Elk. Same thing as Reddit. Yeah, I mean, I think, to be honest, I think what Twitch is doing is more egregious than what Reddit is doing. I mean, I think what Twitch is doing is more egregious than Reddit. Like, to me, I mean, I'm not a long-term Reddit user. I've only been using it like with an account for like 2 years or so. So for me, like, holy shit, that's big. Yeah, whatever. For me, like the third-party apps, it wasn't even on my radar. I didn't even know that there were third-party apps. So the fact that they want to make the third-party apps have to pay, I mean, like there's barely any other services where you don't have to pay for the API anyway. So I don't know, like it doesn't seem that bad to me. It's not like they're taking any business away from users. It's just from the Reddit never had a first-party app. Yeah, in the past, I guess not. They do now, though. But yeah, I get it. Like they're taking business away from the people who made the third party apps, and they're making it so there's less options for apps for people to use. So yeah, I get it. That sucks. But like in Twitch's case, like they're fucking over so many people. Like it's not just I don't know. 2.5? Yeah. How did I position this? Oh, it's positioned based on the pie? Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna put screw holes in all the corners. So I had multiple 10 plus year accounts. Reddit never had a first party app. A few though. Their entire site is run by volunteers. I mean, you could say a similar thing about Twitch. Like most moderators and stuff are volunteering, I guess. They're making it so there is one option. I don't know. I left Reddit and moved to Lemmy. Yeah, I get it. I get you. But I mean, like, Twitch doesn't have any other options, you know? Yeah. I mean, like, Twitch doesn't have any other options for, like, other apps that use the Twitch service, you know? And yeah, I do use YouTube. And to be honest, like, I would be quite happy to just go, like, just invest all in on YouTube, but there's two reasons why it makes me feel a bit uncomfortable. Like, one thing is I don't want to have all my eggs in one basket. So, like, you know, it's nice to build up at least two platforms at once, because then if something happens like this, like where Twitch fucks everybody over, then you have the other platform still. But on top of that, YouTube's discovery for live streams is like pretty average, you know? Like, they don't really have like a live page, or like they don't have a good live page. It's not like it's not as easy to find streamers as it is on Twitch. I love my third-party apps because there were no ads. There were no ads. Yeah. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know, like, if what state Reddit as a company is at. Like, I can understand, but like maybe if they had have just come out and said like, "Hey, we're not profitable. Um, we need to make changes, otherwise Reddit is going to disappear." Then I feel like a lot of people would be more understanding of like, okay, we need to, you know, there needs to be ads for this project to survive. They are profitable. I mean, sure. Like, I don't know. I'm not saying they're not. I'm just saying like, yeah. 100% understandable. But how do they make profit then? Just from ads on web. They're charging main third-party app developers 20 million a year. But that's now, right? Not before. Okay, where else do I want to put screw holes? I probably need one in this corner. Potentially like here. Maybe in line with these two. That's a weird distance. I'll just make it a round number instead. Actually, yeah, I don't know if I like the way this is positioned. Let me get my enclosure top. Yeah, so I've currently just got this positioned by the jacks, and I don't think that's a good idea. I think I want to position the actual screw holes. Do I do the screw holes or the actual pie itself? Maybe the pie. So I could make this 5.5, and then that's not what I want. Maybe I'll make that 0.5. Okay. That should put these screw holes in a more logical position. Yeah, 4 mil from the edge. And yeah, so these are like round numbers now. That's good. 87, whatever. And then, this is actually in line now, I think. Oops. Yeah, so I can even delete that. Make those vertical. Poggy. I probably want to put a screw. I don't know. Maybe I'll just do these ones for now, and then I can figure out later where I need more. Sorry, I got a bit distracted. They're charging third-party app developers 20 million a year to use their API. Correct, yeah. But Reddit is 100% just an ad farm. To be honest, so is Insta. Yeah, I agree. But I mean, that's how they exist, I guess. Like, look at Twitter, for example. Twitter is also an ad farm, and it's like, I mean, I don't know what the financial state is like now, but before Elon bought it, it was like hemorrhaging money. So it's still possible for like an ad farm service to be dying, you know? Yeah, I'm just looking at my feed on the Reddit app. So I got like, on my feed I have like one post, then an ad, then post, suggested post, 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 ad. So I mean, it's not that bad. I get it, like there are ads, but it's not like a crazy amount. But I've never used the third-party apps, so I have no comparison. I guess I find it strange that legit these companies just sell your personal content and ads. Yeah. I don't know what to say about it. Wait, why is this gap so big? Oh no, that's right. Yeah. I'm gonna delete all my stuff. I mean, you can. There are services where you can find all the data that's being stored by companies. Oh, did I move it by that much? I didn't mean to do that, I don't think. Yeah, I don't. Yeah. Like, I think unless we want to pay subscriptions fees for using services, we just have to deal with ads. Ah, this was meant to be 4.5. Because yeah, I mean that's the price you pay. Like, we're paying the price of admission by looking at ads. It means we get to use Reddit for free. I refuse to live in a world like that. So, well then, would you rather that you have to pay to use Reddit? Because it costs money for Reddit to exist. And the money's got to come from somewhere. I just won't use Reddit. I mean, whatever you use, like web hosting costs money. Like, and there are people who are willing to pay for things out of their own pocket for an amount of time, but not always forever. What is this? Ah, okay. Fine with paying money to see no ads. I hate that it's the default and we should absolutely restrict it from daily life. Yeah, well, I mean that's what you can do with having your own app, right? So if you've got your own app, you can say, all right, so we'll give you the option. You either pay by watching ads or you pay by paying. And in a first party app, you can do that. But if there's a third party app that says like, oh, you can just like, we'll just make another copy of their website where you can not see any ads and not pay anything. I can understand then why Reddit's like, oh well, we need to charge you then, like as the third party app maker. YouTube Advanced? What's Advanced? Are you saying you want me to look that up? No, it's like YouTube with, it's like free YouTube with no ads. Yeah, I mean those things exist, but like, YouTube don't want that to exist, obviously, right? Because it's essentially they're just providing a service for free. It's essentially like pirating. Like, they're providing all those videos and then not getting any money for it. A pie hole is what I'll move to. And that's not to say that I'm not against pirating, I guess, in some cases, but like, I can understand why companies don't want that, because it doesn't help them. You know, they have to make money. They don't care about companies or their need for money. I mean, then the company will just cease to exist and then there's no service to use. Like, you care about using the service, right? Then perfect. Yeah, but I mean, we're talking about a service that you want to exist. I don't know. I think we got a bit off topic, but I guess the point I'm making is more that uh, I think there is good examples of other services that are profitable, like Twitch, which don't require exclusivity, and I don't know. I think that they're making the wrong move by trying to make people exclusive. No, I don't care about Reddit. I care about the fact that everything in there is user generated, with unpaid workers having tools built by their own communities being forced off their website they built. So advertisers think Reddit is more attractive. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know enough about it. I guess it depends how much money Reddit is making. Like, if they're just totally capitalizing, and like if they were already fine money wise before, and now it's just a greedy thing, then I can understand where you're coming from. But it's hard to know without knowing like what their financial situation is. That's the crux of the issue, and Reddit gave 30-day warning to the changes so the devs can't survive. Reddit bought a third-party app and turned it into the official one, and it's shitty. Yeah, like I said, I haven't used the other one, so I don't know. I haven't got much to compare it to. Like, I used the first-party app, and I've noticed some problems with it. Like, the main thing that has pissed me off before is that I've tried to post something and it failed, and then the text was gone, and I didn't have like a draft saved or anything, so I had to like rewrite what I was going to post. And that's happened to me, I don't know, 3 or 4 times, which is fucking frustrating. But I haven't noticed anything else really that bad about the app. Official app is the old Alien Blue. Okay. What sort of moderation tools does that app have? I don't know. Yeah, that's another thing. I don't have any. I've never been involved in any moderation on Reddit, so I don't know. Okay, what size hole do I need for these standoffs? 4.11. I think that's not right. I might have to look it up. So M3. Um, 1mm minimum. I think I'm using 1mm, so that should hopefully be okay. Where's the hole size? 4.22 to 4.3. Okay, can I do that in a whole tool? Let me check. Hole wizard. No, I don't think I can. Might have to put it in my top hole sketch. That's where the big push is. Most of the moderators need third-party apps that have the specialized moderation tools. All moderators and volunteers are being forced to open their communities by Reddit because the Black Hat has sent a message to Reddit, and now they are panicking. It was just a greedy reason to even do this. I don't think that they went the right way about it at all. Like, I think that it's a shit show. It's definitely a shit show what's happening. Yeah. I think they have fucked up big time. But, yeah, I don't know. So now there is talk of making moderator union and forcing Reddit to pay the moderators. Yeah, it's kind of dumb. So I'm trying the federated internet. It's like the Wild West. Yeah, I mean that's the trade-off, right? Like, I don't know, when all this stuff was happening with Twitter and, like, you know, all this talk about free speech and everything, everybody was like, yeah, like, we're gonna make Twitter so much better, we're gonna have free speech, and, you know, then they do it, and it's like kind of way worse. Like, and also there's actually more moderation now on Twitter than there was before, so I don't know. I think we get used to, like, how good something is, like Reddit, and then when you go to another service, because you want more freedom and you want the open source alternative or something, and then you realize, like, oh, okay, this is like the dollar store version, you know. There's a reason why those ones are popular, because they're good, you know. I grew up when the internet was new and social media didn't exist. I miss the old small communities. You and I watch these companies come to life. Federated internet is actually really badass. Like, I've used Lemmy, and Lemmy's fine, but I think, like, Reddit is much better organized, and I like that Lemmy exists. I think it's really good to have, like, backups. Like I was saying, you don't want to have all your eggs in one basket. It's like when the Mod Devices forum went down and everybody jumped on and made, like, a Discord community. I think that's a good thing. Like, better than just when a forum goes down and that's it, and nobody can get in contact with anybody anymore. Yeah, so it's good to have backups, but I don't know. It's the same thing. I see the parallels with Twitch and Kick. Like, since all this shit has happened, I'm like, okay, let me check out Kick and see what it's like. You know, one thing is that it's, like, funded by gambling, which is not ideal. But also when you go on the platform, you're like, oh, this is noticeably worse. Like, it doesn't have anywhere near as many features as Twitch has. It's not as anywhere near as polished. But it's good that there is a backup, because yeah, we're seeing now that Twitch is kind of like you know, who knows what's gonna happen with Twitch. Well, the big third-party app devs are now developing for Lemmy, and the users skyrocketed to 3K members to 1 million last week. Yeah, I bet the same thing is happening to Kick. But, you know, like, Lemmy might end up having the same story in the end, you know? They'll get a flood of users and they'll realize, like, oh shit, we need a lot of resources to support this many users. We need to have more infrastructure, more servers and everything, and that costs money. And then, you know, maybe in the beginning they can fund it on their own, and oh shit, and maybe they can't, and then maybe at some point they realize, like, oh shit, we need money to make this happen, and they'll start bringing in ads, and no, we make our own servers and hosts. Old Laptop works. I mean, Old Laptop doesn't work for 1 million users. You know, it works to a degree, but it'll outgrow that. How do I do min and max? I want bilateral. I want limit, symmetric, min, no, bilateral, limit. Is that what I want? There are no official servers. Yeah, like, that can work with small numbers, but eventually it's not going to work. You know, it depends how much media is on the platform, but once you start getting a lot of video and images and stuff, you really need, like, a lot of resources. I'm just making my own personal server that just has my work. People can't join my server, they can access it. Yeah, I mean, that's cool too. But is it, like, I wouldn't say it's as convenient as Reddit. Okay, what am I trying to do here? I want, like, 4.3. No, that's not what I want. Reddit doesn't host my stuff, YouTube does. Well, I mean, YouTube is doing the same thing as Reddit. Okay, how am I gonna do this? 4.22 to 4.3. Bilateral. I guess I just... Is that what I want? There we go. That's what I want. Okay. What did I do? Oh, I need to put holes here. Yeah, I don't know, like sharing your work and stuff, like you want to have it on these platforms where a lot of people have access to it, where you have a lot of exposure and stuff. Yeah. Man, I'm trying out this AI powered synth and it's way more minimal than I like. What's it called? Let me check it out. Top plate 2. Where's top plate 2? Why have I got top plate holes? Top plate 2 and top plate. I don't know. What the hell? Top plate 2 holes. Why did I do that? It's different sketches, I don't know. Reconstruct. Okay, let me check. Reconstruct. Synth. Neural synth. Maybe last stream you did those holes? I just put them on the wrong sketch. Can you hear this? Is it really loud, by the way? Turn it down. Oh, maybe I'll get claimed for this. Probably shouldn't do that. $0.00. That's a pretty good deal. Okay, that sounds pretty cool. Does it have sound demos? How'd you find out about it? God, I hate it how all these sketches are in a different order. Look at all these screw holes. Screw gods. Okay. Now I think I have an assembly of the top, yeah. Okay, so this is where I want to put in the standoffs, I think. So I should insert skeleton model. I'll hide that. Okay, what did I miss? but you don't get a lot of control. You pick the waveform and the modulation wave and then hit generate. There's a small parameter bank to make adjustments, but it's not that intuitive. I was article skimming and Music Tech had an article. Okay. Yeah, I guess like the nature of neural network stuff or like machine learning stuff is that it's kind of like, if it is generative, it kind of takes the control away from you in a sense. Like it's putting sort of randomizing things in a way, I guess. I don't know. And it's also hard to know like what is happening inside the algorithm. Like how you can even describe what it's doing. Okay, how do I want to make this? Do it like that. That should be parallel. I've used some AI enhanced stuff before, but this one really took away any sort of feeling of being involved. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, kind of feels like, yeah, it's sort of doing everything for you. It does sound good though. Yeah, that's what I wonder about AI or machine learning stuff in general, is like it has the potential to do kind of everything for us. So how far do we go? Like, because at some point we're not needed anymore to make the music. So where do we draw the line of like how much the machine learning AI should be involved? What do I want? Enclosure, right? Whoa, what is happening? Okay. Okay, we have a screw boss, a standoff. The first one. And it's not going to be the right height. I wonder if I should make one that just has like all the different sizes as configurations. Yeah, maybe that would make sense. How's the sound design stuff been going? And how's the stop motion stuff and the like the game dev stuff going? By the way, I just realized. Oh, sorry. I wasn't expecting that the Kick integration was going to work that well. I didn't think that the chat messages would come through. So that's interesting. I wonder how long it takes for, or if it will ever happen, for Twitch to decide to take me off the platform or to ban my account because I'm simulcasting. Wonder if they'll ever realize, or if someone will report me. Daughter's gone this week, and when they get back, we will start brainstorming our test project. Oh, nice. If you get monetized, they will probably get you. Yeah, I don't plan to monetize on Twitch ever, even if it's an option. And that was always my plan from the beginning, and it was because of the exclusivity. But now that they want people exclusive, like, no matter what, I'm like, well, it doesn't change anything. Just means that now I'm like technically breaking their rules. Wait. But yeah, I guess they would never notice unless I tried to monetize. Or if they have some like automated system for checking. Don't know. I've still got hope that they will change their decision on that, because it seems like just a bad move to force exclusivity on people who like are just trying to get a start. So I don't know. Just don't use them. That's the only way we can send a message. Yeah. Yeah. I agree on one part, but also like right now most of my views while live are on Twitch. Most of the views after the live are on YouTube. So I don't know. Me like saying, hey, I'm not going to use Twitch anymore, I don't think sends that much of a message to them. But yeah, and it's still useful for me to use Twitch, so I think it's more useful for me to keep using Twitch than it is sending a message to them by not using it. Unfortunately. Okay, so we need to figure out what lengths these all need to be. So the length starts from the top. So this one would need to be 9mm. Is there a 9mm one? Let's check. Yes, there is. Okay, looks like we got heaps of options for M3. But the shortest is 5mm. So, well, that one's the shortest one, and that needs to be 9mm. This one is 14. Oh, that's getting a bit rare. Oh, they do have 14. Okay. Good, good. What about this one? Oops. 17.7. Hopefully they got an 18. They do have an 18. That's great. Okay, so that'll mean that the pi moves down a little bit. which should be fine, I think. Let's just check the clearance. It's getting close, but should be okay, I think. I can just make the device taller. Hello? Fucking... Excuse my language. 1.3. Oh, come on. 0.86. Yeah, I might just have to make it taller again, won't I? Unless I use a 17 mil, but I doubt there's a 17. Yeah, no 17. Alright. That's okay. So, what did I miss? It's the same message as pulling your hand out of a bucket of water. I don't I don't get that one. That's what they're banking on. Yeah, I get that. I mean, it wouldn't be the end of the world. Like, I feel comfortable keeping streaming on Twitch, knowing that they could ban me, because I'm like, okay, whatever. I still have YouTube, so it's not the end of the world. And yeah, so I could just say, fuck Twitch and just ditch and only use YouTube. But yeah, like I said, I want to have a backup. And sounds like Kick might be an option. Yeah. The only thing is I just don't like... I'm trying Kick right now just to see if any people come and check out the stream. But like, I really don't vibe with the whole gambling live streaming thing. Like, I'm totally anti-gambling. Like, I think gambling is the worst thing. I don't have a problem with gambling, never have, and I'm not directly connected to anybody who has a gambling problem. I just think in general, it's fucking horrible. I don't like gambling. So yeah, I think that's my biggest conflict with Kick. Is like, for one, they allow gambling on the stream, on their service, which I think is bad, but also like most of the money that funded the creation of Kick came from gambling, so yeah, it's nice to have an alternative. I just wish it wasn't this alternative. You're gonna get Yessie on the stream at some point, lol. Yeah, yeah, like I've told you, it's hard to get him. It's hard to get a hold of him sometimes. But he's been showing some prototypes of demos of stuff he's been working on for this project, and it looks really good. Like, he's been doing some cool work. But like, I'll ask on there, hey, when do you guys want to join the live stream? And it's just crickets. So I just like, I don't know, I have to call him and be like, yeah, are you keen on this? And he'll be like, yeah, of course. And I'm like, all right, well, reply. Let's do it. Yeah, so hopefully soon. I haven't heard of that service before, so I'm gonna look that up. I don't know what service we were talking about then. Oh, I'm with you on that. That was about gambling. It's like the stock market, but for average folk. Yeah, but it's also like, I mean, slot machines, it's like the lowest of the low. Like, at least with the stock market, you have some idea of whether there's a chance of winning or losing, or there is some knowledge that can actually guide you towards good investment choices. But with the slot machine, it's just chance, and like gambling companies exist and make money because you're more likely to give them money than you are to receive money. That's how casinos exist. Because casinos' only form of income is people gambling and losing. So if a casino exists, then you know already that the chances of losing are greater than winning, over time at least. Like if you just did a one-off game, there maybe is a chance that you can win a huge amount of money. But the more you gamble, the more you are guaranteeing that statistic inevitability that you will lose money. So basically, every extra spin you do is just solidifying the fact that you are going to lose money. Otherwise, those companies can't exist. If you don't lose money, casinos can't exist. Oh wait, all of our retirement accounts in the stock market here, it's all a gamble in the US. Yeah, yeah. At least it's not totally random odds. The Mao, he just doesn't want to join the stream. He wants to be the hidden brain. I think he's okay with being on the stream. I think he just doesn't want to organize it, but that's alright. I just got to get him. I just got to wrangle him. I'm looking at Kick's website, and the main top stream category is slots and casino. Yeah, that's what worries me. Yeah. We just had big banks go under here. The banks don't even know how to manage our money. Yeah. I mean, yeah. It's the illusion of being an adult, right? Like, we think people know what is going on, but really everybody's just like trying to figure it out. Did I make this part? I don't think I did. Let me just check the folder. Maybe I should just download the models for all the different versions. Or do I just make a configurable version? Maybe I should make a configurable version. Yeah, I don't know. Audio jack? What audio jack? Yeah, so the thing is, I've got, like, for this standoff, I've got models for like a 5mm one, a 6mm one, and a 10mm. I need the 9mm, the 14mm, and the 18mm. And I'm like, do I just download the models, or do I make one model which has an adjustable length, like adjustable configurations? Because that could be the smarter thing to do. this will probably change. 3.2, 6.5. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'll make another one. I'll make a new one. I was hoping to just not have to model any components today, but fuck it. Fuck it. Right? I'll just copy off this one. So can I just copy that? Put it on the top plane? Yes, I can. Drill hole. Lock it to the origin. The piece you're working on, is that an audio jack? No, it's a self-clinch blind standoff. So it's like you put it through a piece of sheet metal and you clinch it, so it like you kind of like flatten it and it becomes like a threaded standoff. See if I can find a picture. Self-clinch blind standoff. It's just a thing you can use to put a threaded boss into a flat sheet metal thing. So yeah, they look like that, and then I'm sure you've probably used these before. I guess they use them in what do you call it? Like in aerospace stuff as well. But yeah. So, but I just want to make an adjustable height version of it. Whoa. Let's do it like this. I know exactly what that's for. When you were zoomed in, I thought it was much bigger. Yeah, that's the fuck thing about CAD. Is it's just, you can never tell how big something is. Okay. Can I copy that? Ooh, it's a bit on the piss. Goes something like this, I think. The scale definitely gets you. Yeah. It's always weird when you're working on something for a long time and you have this idea of how big it is, and then at some point you like 3D print it or laser cut it or something, and you're like, holy shit, this thing's tiny. What am I doing? Yeah, sometimes you have to like measure it and draw it down on a piece of paper so you actually can picture how big it is. What was this? 4.8? No, wait. Oops. Wrong button. It's a really ugly number. So maybe I'll put this before that one. Hex. Yeah, so I should say, like, because I technically am violating Twitch's terms of service now, I would very much appreciate it if you would subscribe to my YouTube channel because, oops, Jesus, who knows how much longer I'll be here. Could be that I never get noticed, could be that I'm already gone and I don't realize. Who knows? .43. Okay, then the overall height is from here to here. We've got to find another platform, maybe Vimeo. Just for a backup to YouTube. Well, yeah, I don't know. Like currently I'm using Twitch as my backup for YouTube. Like I have my streams saved there in case I need to like download them or something. Hang on, what should I call this? Height? Size? I'll just call it height. And then the thread height as well. I don't know what this point is meant to be. Just to back up for YouTube, I main your channel on Twitch. I actually have not been using YouTube much. Yeah. I think that the chat delay is like slightly better on Twitch, but I might be gone from Twitch soon, so please, yeah, subscribe on YouTube just in case. But I mean, right now, generally there's more people watching on Twitch, but right now there's supposedly 2 people on YouTube and 1 on Twitch, so it's not very good statistical data, but you know, it is what it is. Okay. So this is 4, and that's, they should be 3.2 I hope. 3.28. That's 60 degrees. You tell me where you want me to tune in, and I will. I get notifications for both. I mean, for now, like, Twitch is fine. It's just, yeah, I'm not gonna stop multicasting, and if they're gonna, what the hell? Yeah, so if they're gonna ban me, then, you know, I'm only gonna be on YouTube. I have a video idea that I may record today. I've been doing some cinematic sound design with pedals and can get some good stuff really quickly just using a few parameters. Nice, what kind of stuff? God, these dimensions are all over the place. Okay, so instead of putting a 45-degree dimension in there, I'll just do this and make these equal. And this needs to be 60. So the thread height on that model was 4. That's 2.5. And what's this? 3.2. Okay, so that, if this is an actual model from their website, and it is a M3x6, and the M3x6 says that the thread is 3.2 mil long, but the CAD model says that the top of the hole is 4 mil, then I'm going to assume I have to add 0.8 to everyone. So yeah. All right, thread. Okay, get rid of that. Front reference. Oops. Okay, then I'm gonna revolve it, get the hex top, convert, from here to here. I'm going to cut it. Flip side to cut. Boom, now I've got my hex. Then I'm going to use a hole feature. Hole wizard. And I'm going to do ISO. I don't want countersunk, I want just a threaded hole. Bottoming tapped hole. I think that's what I want. And it should be M3. The end condition up to vertex. And the thread is, what was it, 3.2. Be good if I could define that point with a vertex as well. With thread callout, yes. Actually, no. Let me see. This doesn't look right. Sorry, I missed a shitload of messages. Evolving pads, drones, glassy sound stuff. I've been using a bit crusher for futuristic dystopian themed work. And this is a pedal as well, the bit crusher. I'm especially enamored with how I got the workflow set up where I can roll from high intensity drone with a glassy shimmer direct into a soft and muted atmosphere to play notes. That sounds dope. But these are all effects, and what, or is it effects or sound design? Like, what's your setup? Run me through it. Depth to the tip there, that's what I want. Thread. 2 times diameter. Is that what I want? Can I configure that per configuration? I don't think I can. Let me check. Configure feature, yes I can. Alright, cool. So let me save this. I'll just call it M3 because it's going to be all the different variations. Save as a copy. Oh no, save as, yeah. What material are they made out of? Finish is zinc, material is steel. Let's just do what? Plain carbon steel. Sure. Then gonna make this M3 by 6 or 5. I'll do 5. And then add configuration M3 by 6. Okay. Then change this to be 6. And this configuration. And the thread should be... Oh shit, I was already on the 6mm one. 4, and then that one is less. Whatever. I'll fix this later. Okay. Then maybe I can't change that per configuration. So annoying. Sorry. Yeah, I'm using a hybrid setup. I'm using Pigments / Reconstruct as my tone generator, and then running in an effects chain of Meris pedals, Big Crusher, cascading rack, delay, reverb. Okay, so software synths, hardware effects. Autobit Junior, Polymoon, Mercury 7. Those are the pedals. Nice. That's an interesting setup though, like doing software synths and then hardware effects. It's a bit unorthodox. Alright, how am I gonna sort this thread thing out? Maybe I'll make the thread go to here. So 3.2. That's the thread. And then the top of the hole is 0.8. From that. But then this this won't work though. Depth up to the shoulder. Depth up to the tip. What is this linked? Automatically calculate thread depth. How can I just link this to a value? Whatever. Okay. Let's do this. Alright, M3 by 5. What just happened? Height is 5. Thread is 2.8. Okay, now I need to make all the other configurations. Sorry, what did I miss? Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was going to work, but it's actually really awesome. I have Arturia's collection, so I get some really nice emulations to work with. I'm trying to sell hardware and will be reducing my footprint. Also saving for the Motor Synth Mark II for my main soundscape / sound design synth once I sell off my excess gear. Is the Motor Synth, is that one where it has like a spinning optical wheel kind of thing? Yeah, this one. I saw a video about that recently. Looks pretty cool. What made you decide to get that? Okay, so I want M3, M5, sorry, Jesus, my brain. M3 by 7, M3 by 8, M3 by 9, M3 by 10, 12. Ah, that's annoying that it goes up there. Whatever. Need to make them like 08. What did I just do? 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, and 25. I'm going to put zeros in here so they actually sort correctly. Okay. Then configure feature. Okay, that's 2.8. That's 3.2. Go away. 3.6. Sorry, what am I missing? It makes some super unique sounds that I can't get out of anything else. It's just ungodly expensive. Yeah, anything with motors is expensive. A few things in particular with that one is that it can't do traditional waveforms and the clutch system. It also hits the exact sonic sphere I like digging into, and it'd be a perfect synth to score a 24 films llama. Throw into in the build quality and aesthetics the overall immersivity of the unit and operations. It's on my list, guaranteed. I was going to get Syntrx because I don't want to spend the money on MotorSynth. I decided I'll save the money and just own the synth I really want, and will focus on it. Yeah, I can't deny it is pretty cool. But like, can't somebody just make a soft synth version of it? Arturia probably will one day. Yeah, probably. Okay. Okay, I got 5. 6.5. 6.5, 9.5, 9.5. So 9.5, 9.5. That's a big one. All right. So let me go back here. And I basically want to remove all of these. Yeah, fuck it. I personally believe that the MotorSynth Mark II will be a collector item. I want to see if they make a Mark III. Yeah, that's a fair point. But how long will it take before it becomes a collector's item? Sorry to be constantly breaking your balls. But I'm just curious. Hello? What happened? Ah, shit. There's two more. Wait. Mark 2 was a big step from Mark 1. I imagine Mark 3 will be even more improved. I don't know. I don't keep my stuff that long. Yeah, that's why I'm asking. I'm just saying that the synth itself is just something unique and will probably be sought after over time. Yeah, but I mean, I was asking because like you generally cycle through stuff pretty quick, right? Which is, I mean, that's not a bad thing. Like, you know, you can get your use out of something and move on to the next thing. Depends what it is. Fair. Yeah, if it's something you really like, you really work well with, then I can understand you would want to keep it. Okay, so now I can actually change the heights of all the standoffs. Okay, so this one should be why have they got weird names like that? Should be 9. And this one should be 9. And this one. And this one. Let me make this and this transparent. Okay, this needs to be, what was it, 18 I think? It's going to go through a little bit because I need to move the pie down. That's alright. This should be 18. This should be 14. This one's 18. And this is 14. Some gear will 100% stay forever, but I'm always looking for something new to explore. I wouldn't be selling at all if my circumstances were different. Yeah, true. I mean, yeah, I'd still sell some stuff, like even if I had unlimited money. Like if I realized something, I didn't like something, I'd get rid of it, but yeah. If I sell my bike, I keep more gear. I'm also a lot more clued in what I find important in my instruments and how I interact with them. So a lot of this stuff will go just due to workflow issues. Yeah, I do the same thing. Like you use something for a while and then you realize like, okay, maybe it'd be better for my workflow if I did something different. And then as a result, something isn't needed anymore. Yeah, and that's fine. It's good to keep optimizing. Just have to balance the time spent optimizing with the time spent using, I guess. But you're good at that. Like I'm not saying you don't. You still make a lot of shit. Very productive. Okay, let me adjust the heights of everything. So the pie right and enclosure right. I don't want that to be the measure. I want this to be the measure. That should be 18. And yeah, I might need to make the device bigger. I'll leave it at 26 for now. PCB right. Yeah, that's right. But maybe it makes more sense to measure it from here. So it's the actual standoff height. And same thing with the PCB. Yeah. God, I feel like unwell right now. Maybe I'm just hungry. Exactly, and I've dialed my workflow down where I don't need as many instruments. I just use one synth and survive just as well as I am now. Ultimately, I want 4 tabletop synths and my hardware effects. Yeah, I think that'd be that'd be a decent setup. I mean, the amount of different sounds you can get out of even just one synth on its own is pretty crazy. And yeah, with the added effects, yeah, you should be all gravy. Okay. There we go. Check it out. We got standoffs. We got holes in PCBs. We just don't have any screws. So I could do that now, or I can wait until the next video, because I want to go eat something now. Combine that with effects and you're golden. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That jack is still hidden. Let me bring that back. Look at that, it's looking pretty crazy. See all those standoffs? It actually looks like something that would hold itself together. But yeah, it's a little bit busy in this area with a lot of screws, but that's alright. And I will have to put more screws in other places, but won't worry about that for now. Especially if there's buttons here, I want to support the buttons and all that kind of jazz. So yeah, I'd dare say there'll be a lot more screws. Almost at 2 hours, yeah. I think it's time to call it. I'm real tired, real hungry. It's not even close to bedtime, but it's just like I had a big night last night, so okay, time to wrap it up. Thanks for keeping me company, and yeah, if anybody is watching this later, really appreciate you clicking the stream or clicking the video and checking it out. Hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, who knows how long I'll be on Twitch now that they don't allow simulcasting, so make sure you subscribe on YouTube and yeah, give it a like if you liked it, and all that kind of other stuff that helps out. Be much appreciated. And yeah, I'll see you on the next one. I'll put some screws in this bad boy. And yeah, thanks, Elk. And I'll catch you on the next one, hopefully. If you still want to keep watching. Yeah. What do I need to press? This button. Alright, enjoy the rest of your day. See you later.